Well, welcome to the Idaho Reload, everybody. So yes, for those that aren't aware, there's been a 10% firearms tax on all firearms. And so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of background on that. And then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this video, the reason why you clicked on it. So first, we'll kind of start with where'd the 10% firearms tax come from? Well, it came from the Pittman-Robertson Federal Aid and Wildlife Restoration Act of 1937. And the purpose, actually, believe it or not, was not for gun control. It was a conservation funding law, and they imposed a 10 to 11% excise tax on all firearms, ammunition, and archery equipment. And the tax was collected at the manufacturer import level, not retail. But obviously, that still transfers to us, right? They're not just eating that 10%. And that funds are actually distributed to state wildlife agencies for conservation, hunter safety programs, shooting ranges, and it applies. Now, here's where it really catches in. I really want you guys to listen to this, okay? It applies to all non-NFA firearms, rifles, shotguns, and pistols, okay? Including complete firearms only, not parts. That's important, you guys, and I'll get back to that, okay? And so, believe it or not, with having that 0% SBR tax change, and if there's not success, I believe there will be, but all things right now, we're the state of everything right now. If the lawsuit doesn't go through and the NFA doesn't go away, even though that you can't have a non-tax and have the NFA. But with that said, under that act, that with them passing that bill with the SBRs and doing the 0%, since they are still an NFA item, this would mean that SBRs and SBSs no longer require any tax because they already eliminated the $200. Per the law of the Pittman law, they don't fall in because they're an NFA item still, even though they're not collecting a tax. They are not getting the 10% because it's an NFA item. So with that said, that means there's no tax. There's no tax on it at all. So that's really the irony, right? The SBRs, come January 1st, 2026, will be cheaper than rifles. Given manufacturers don't gouge because of the demand and stay honest brokers. So I would say, you guys, stay vigilant on that, okay? Because SBRs are classified under the NFA, but now taxed at $0. And then so we skip the $200 tax and the $10 excise tax on all SBRs and SBSs. So only thing that you're paying the 10% tax on is any rifle that has 16 plus inches, right? So based upon that, SBRs and SBSs should be cheaper. Now, currently, as buyers, you can still you can avoid that 10% tax right now. If you actually buy the lower separate, if you guys, for those that aren't aware, I know a lot of people are aware, but if you're not aware, if you buy a upper, right, for like an AR-15, right, and then you just buy a lower and assemble the parts yourself, you cut down that cost. You don't eliminate completely because you're still buying the lower, the firearm. Anyway, well, no, I take that back. Actually, you're not even paying it on that because it goes on rifle because when you're doing the lower, it's not classified as rifle, pistol, or anything. So yeah, you're not even paying tax on that. So if you assemble the lower yourself, you still get away from the tax on that. So anyways, with that said, you guys, that's been on my mind, so I wanted to kind of put that out there. With that, you guys, if you got value out of this content, you guys, give me a subscribe, give me a comment down below what your guys' thoughts are, and share this with somebody, you guys. But really, I really would like to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Anyways, with that, you guys, thanks for watching, and God bless you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.